Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The 2025 WWE Queen of the Ring tournament is heating up, with Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Jade Cargill, and Asuka having qualified for the semifinals. While there are several exciting possibilities and directions, one name stands above the rest: Asuka. Having returned to action last night after 13 months of inactivity, the Empress of Tomorrow is back at a time when WWE's women's division is absolutely stacked. Liv Morgan's injury last night has shaken up the title picture, and Io Sky, the reigning women's world champion, now finds herself without a clear challenger. Asuka could be an ideal challenger for the Genius of the Sky. A victory in the Queen of the Ring tournament would not just make sense, it would complete a circle. She was pulled from last year's QOTR due to injury, and now, with momentum on her side and a legacy already etched in gold, this year's tournament win could signal the start of her final run at the top. She's been one of WWE's most dominant forces, both on the main roster and in NXT, but the crown would re-establish her as the top-tier threat she once was. There's a certain magic when Asuka is operating at her peak: chaotic, unpredictable, and irresistible. And perhaps most compelling of all, a Queen of the Ring tournament win would give us another dream match the women's division is begging for: Asuka versus Io Sky at SummerSlam. Beyond the obvious wrestling spectacle that Asuka versus Io Sky would deliver, there's emotional weight to their story, something the Triple A-led creative team could explore beautifully in the lead-up to the biggest party of the summer. Asuka was a brief but significant member of Damage CTRL, teaming with Io and Kairi Sane before her injury derailed the faction's momentum. While the trio never fully gelled into the destructive force many expected, it still carried a vibe of shared history and chaos, especially considering the real-life mutual respect and stylistic contrast between Asuka and Io. It will be interesting to see what the game has in store for the Empress of Tomorrow moving forward. That history now sets the stage for a powerful conflict. Io Sky has grown into her role as WWE Women's World Champion, but she's yet to defend the title against a veteran who knows her so well and who might just outmatch her in experience and unpredictability. If Asuka turns heel after potentially winning the tournament, it will raise the stakes further, making her a cunning, merciless veteran who has no qualms about destroying her former stablemate to sit atop the division once again. There's also an elegance to the timing. Asuka's legacy, Sky's rise, the throne of Queen of the Ring, as well as the questionable allegiance of Kairi Sane, all intersect at once. It gives Triple H a ready-made, high-stakes narrative heading into SummerSlam. If the WWE Chief Content Officer truly wants to make this Queen of the Ring tournament feel prestigious, there's no better move than crowning the Empress of Tomorrow. Tathia interviewed wrestling stars such as Gunther and Drew McIntyre at the WWE Superstar Spectacle 2023 in Hyderabad. Tathia got hooked on wrestling during the road to WrestleMania 34 when there was widespread speculation about a potential John Cena vs. The Undertaker match, because they had always been the two most popular stars amongst the casual viewing audience in the country. The build-up to their match fueled his curiosity. Despite the brief match, he began exploring wrestling through Sportskeeda during this time, which led him to become passionate about the industry. CM Punk is a standout figure for Tathia, as he believes the star is a true master of blending fiction and reality in wrestling. Among a whole lot of things about CM Punk, he also resonates with Punk's mantra: "I'm straight edge, and straight edge means I'm better than you." It's not just about crowns and thrones anymore. WWE's Queen of the Ring tournament isn't a glorified fashion show or a royal gimmick. It's a statement, a declaration, a revolution in heels, boots, and elbow drops. And in 2025, as WWE's women's division reaches new creative heights under Triple A's visionary leadership, one name, one star, one warrior queen rises above the rest. Yes, Triple H, you read that right. The time to pull the trigger is now. Zoe Stark isn't just the most compelling choice to win Queen of the Ring. She's the only choice if you want to spark the next era of greatness. She's the one who should dethrone the chaos-driven genius that is Io Sky, and here's why. Ever since her electrifying arrival on the main roster, Zoey Stark has walked the tightrope between dominance and restraint. Paired with the legend Trish Stratus during the early phases of her career, she held her own and earned respect, not just from fans, but from veterans too. Her intensity, in-ring IQ, and athleticism are second to none. She's the kind of superstar who doesn't just look the part, she is the part. There's a fire burning in her promos now, a steely determination behind every suplex, every springboard maneuver. She wrestles like someone who's one match away from destiny, because she is. The Queen of the Ring victory wouldn't just elevate her, it would catapult her into the stratosphere. It would legitimize her as the threat she already is, and finally place her in direct collision with Io Sky, the WWE Women's Champion who's been dancing on the edge of chaos for far too long. There are some incredible talents in the tournament. You won't hear me slander the names of Bianca Belair, Bayley, Becky Lynch, or Liv Morgan. Each of them has their own reasons to win, but reasons aren't the same as needs. Becky is already a made woman. Bianca is already a WrestleMania main eventer. Bayley just came off a major heel run and is now dancing in the babyface light again. Liv Morgan has heat, sure, but her storyline with Rhea Ripley is its own world. But Zoey, she's on the cusp. She needs this. And in pro wrestling, that hunger, that urgency, is what transforms matches into magic. Just like Bret Hart in 1993, like Stone Cold in 1996, Zoey's time isn't eventually, it's now. Look back. The best king or queen of the ring winners weren't just given silly robes and plastic crowns. The best ones used it as fuel, as a launching pad for real dominance. Think Booker T's reign as King Booker, or how it propelled Brock Lesnar toward his SummerSlam main event in 2002. Zoey Stark doesn't need a court or a scepter. She needs a golden opportunity. And Queen of the Ring is exactly that. Give her the win. Let her cut a scorched earth promo about what royalty in WWE should look like. Have her toss the crown aside and point at Io Sky's championship. Make it clear. This queen is coming for gold, not gimmicks. Here's the truth WWE doesn't want to admit. Io Sky is running out of fresh challengers. Since winning the Women's Championship, Io has brought flair and brilliance, but there's a growing sense of repetition. Damaged CTRL's implosion was a great act, but it's time for her to face someone who isn't entangled in that past. Imagine the styles. Io's chaotic aerial artistry versus Zoey's precision and ruthless execution. It's the type of match that can headline a premium live event. It has takeover vibes. It's the kind of bout that reminds us why we fell in love with women's wrestling in the first place. It's not just about who wins, it's about pushing each other to new limits. Io Sky has been unmatched, sure, but maybe that's because she hasn't been truly matched yet. Zoey could be that match, that mirror, that equal. What happens after Zoey dethrones Io? That's the best part. A new era begins. One built not on nostalgia or legacy names, but on the new blood, the new warriors of WWE. Zoey could stand as the queen who fights for the ring, not just because of it. She could elevate the title, defend it against rising stars like Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez, and Tiffany Stratton, and eventually collide with the next monster heel Triple H decides to unleash from NXT. Triple H has always prided himself on building the future, not just celebrating the past. The women's evolution wasn't just a marketing slogan for him. It was a mission. We saw it in NXT when Asuka, Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky took center stage. We saw it when Rhea Ripley was pushed to the moon and when Io Sky was given the ball. This Queen of the Ring tournament isn't just a match bracket. It's a crossroads. Down one path lies the familiar, safe bets, crowd favorites. Down the other lies Zoey Stark, the queen without a crown, the storm no one sees coming. Triple H, all eyes are on you. WWE Universe is ready. Io Sky's reign needs that next epic chapter, and Zoey Stark is standing at the gates, fists clenched, ready to fight for the throne.